So welcome, everyone. My name is Hinda Sachs. I am a member of Adat Re'im, and thank you for joining us today for our meditation Minyan. So last week, if you saw this in person or on Zoom rather, or um, when it was, if you had seen this last week, Daphne had a wonderful meditation, and that was about Purim. And what really caught my attention was when Daphne spoke about help and how Esther and Mordechai were able to do things as opposed to just whine or complain or not be able to, were frozen and were not able to do anything to help the Jewish people who were in dire need at that time. So last week I got to thinking, and I mentioned this as well, is asking for help is something that is difficult to do. And we're reluctant to do that, or at least this society is. So let me get started. And so the topic today will be asking for help. So it can be extremely difficult to ask for help. In our society, we have somehow equated asking for help with weakness or lack of capabilities. Those, on the other hand, who demonstrate self-reliance, independence, and self-sufficiency are people who are admired and even placed on a pedestal sometimes. So from this perspective, traditional religious faith, in which one places trust in God, can appear patronizing and even demeaning. Most Jewish worship ends, however, with, and I will quote this, "God is with me. I will not be afraid." Now, to the self-reliant ear, this can sound passive and even unhealthily dependent. Humans, however, were not created to do it all by themselves. In Genesis, God says, "It is not good for Adam to be alone." And so Eve was created. What we can extrapolate from this is that from the beginning, we were supposed to be a community and have relationships with others. Now, as children, asking for help was easier. In fact, it was even encouraged. But as Brene Brown writes, and I quote, "Dependence starts when we are born, and also it lasts until we die. We accept our dependence as babies, ultimately, with varying degrees of resistance, we accept this also when we get to the end of our lives. But in the middle, we mistakenly fall prey to the myths that successful people are those that help rather than need. And broken people need rather than help," end quote. This myth is in direct opposition to our very origin story and our very purpose as human beings, that we are created to be helped and to help others. Now, that is not to say that our perspectives and actions have no importance. They certainly do. But in truth, we have control over some, but not most things in our lives. The actions of others, our health, and those who we love, the stock market, natural disasters, are some examples where our control has its limits. All we can do is the best we're able to do. And then we have a choice. Either holding on tight and trying to maintain control, or letting go and trusting that we can handle whatever comes next. Now, that could mean offering it up to God, the universe, or any other higher power. By letting go and asking for help, we can open up to relief and equanimity. Some do believe literally that it is from God who hears and answers our prayers. However, others might perceive God as one who offers divine love and support, which flows to us at every moment. Now, we can only receive these blessings when we open up to them, even if it's just a crack. And God's love will rush through us no matter how great our difficulties. I need help. Maybe the three of the hardest words to say, but through meditation and reflection, we can explore this topic. So let us begin. Begin first by finding a comfortable seat, feeling supported through our seat, feeling the ground beneath us through our feet. And when ready, if you haven't already, slowly begin to close your eyes or gaze down with a soft focus. And follow your breath as it flows in and out. Feeling that sense of ease, that sense of comfort, as well as that sense of stability as you begin your meditation. Notice any tension in your bodies as you move down from the top of your head, down through your face. Release your jaw, let it slacken a bit. And then feel the shoulders now releasing down as well. Arms, hands resting comfortably onto your thighs. Moving downward, and feeling also your heart. Noticing if you feel some tightness around the heart center. Allowing that space, that heart space to open gently. Feeling a sense of peace within your own hearts. Downward to your seat, through your legs, noticing any tension, tightness, and letting it go as best you can. Follow your breath. Notice any sticking points, and just be curious. No judgment. Just be here and now. I now offer this suggestion. Try to think of a time, the last time, you asked someone for help. What were the feelings, the emotions that accompanied the request? Did you feel at ease? Or did you feel a sense of apology for even asking or needing to ask? Allow those feelings to flow in and flow out with your breath. You will have now the next 10 minutes to reflect on the topic. of what it feels like to ask for help. Friends, our meditation is coming to an end. But before we finish, I'd like to read to you these words from Amanda Palmer. She writes, "Asking for help with shame says, you have the power over me. Asking with condescension says, I have the power over you. But asking for help with gratitude says, we have the power to help each other." I would like you now to begin slowly opening your eyes, wiggling toes and fingers, and bringing yourselves back to the room you are in. Okay, and so today, who will be able, can somebody say the prayers?